Well, newsflash, I still have COVID.
Hey, that's not news to me.
Opa! I'm so sick of this. I'm ready to get over it.
Yeah. Well, I've heard enough about your COVID.
Wow.
What else is new in the news?
So welcome to our movie news show. This is our second episode, our second venture into it. If you missed our first one last week, essentially what we've done is we've taken the movie news segment from the end of mine and Pete's episodes and turned it into a full-fledged, arm-swinging, gut-busting, head-shooting, I don't know where I'm going with this, episode of its own. And yeah, I basically just rattle off some movie news. Carl says,
that's cool.
That's interesting. Yeah.
That sucks. That's
yeah, and then we move on to the next thing. Actually, it's much more involved than that. But so we got 5 things to talk about. So we're just gonna
count them down.
Number one. Sony has bought the film rights to Tarzan with the intention of making more Tarzan movies. And my question is, why? Like,
what? The film rights. Is that not... I feel like...
Public domain?
That's like Winnie the Pooh by now, right? Isn't that like free for anybody to use? Forget what the terminology for that. Open source? The patent is up?
Public domain.
Public domain?
Yeah.
Like, isn't that public domain now? Who owned it prior to?
I don't know.
Who did they buy it off of?
It's so complicated how these things work. I don't know. What I'm wondering, my question with this is like, I saw the last Tarzan movie that came out. Whoever made that, Universal or something.
I don't know. Well, it was like
I went to go see
sequel.
it in, like Tarzan and Jane or whatever they called it.
Yeah.
It didn't do it for me. And I don't know, like, there are some properties out there, like, they will be making King Kong movies until the end of the earth, because that is just,
every couple decades, here's another one.
King Kong's just one of those franchises.
It's like Godzilla.
You keep bringing it back, you do more. Is Tarzan, I mean, we've had a lot of Tarzans. A lot. Right? Obviously, probably the most famous one being the Disney animated one that everybody loves, Phil Collins, so on and so forth. Is Tarzan one of those? Like, it certainly has the history behind it to be one of those franchises that we just, like, blindly keep remaking because it's Tarzan and it's such a iconic tale that, why not? Why not keep reimagining it? But I don't know. Is there... My thought is I can't sense any buzz or any, like, when's the last time you heard someone say, when are they going to make another Tarzan movie?
Yeah. So I don't know. I have 2 initial impressions to this, I think. The first is I think I would prefer to see anything Jungle Book over Tarzan. I think Jungle Book's a deeper story. I like it a little bit more.
Well, and let's be honest. If we're going to get anything like this, now that Brendan Fraser is back in the scene, we need to get him ripped and back into a loincloth for a George of the Jungle movie.
That was my second point. You stole my thunder. My second
That's
point
what we
was,
need.
I think a George of the Jungle over Tarzan would be
while John Cleese is still alive,
energetic in terms of hype.
Yeah, an ape named Ape. Oh my gosh, so good. The first one, the second George of the Jungle, is so forgettable because it's not Brendan Fraser.
They made a second one.
Yeah, with his kid. Like his kid, it's still George. It's like George raising like a jungle toddler, but yeah, Brendan Fraser is not in it.
Weird.
They replaced him. Yeah, it's bad.
No wonder nobody remembers it.
So I don't know. Are you excited about this, or is this a pass?
No, like I said, I've always liked Jungle Book better than Tarzan. Tarzan's cool, but yeah, I think George of the Jungle or Jungle Book. And I mean, they just just do the live action Jungle Book, which I thought was great. I enjoyed that. As far as,
because George,
I know I've harped on in the past, Disney's remaking
carbon
all these
copy
animated
remakes.
films and it being not very creative and not pushing the
not
envelope,
innovative,
whatever, not innovative. But I did like that one. So,
yeah. Well, Bill Murray's in it. I mean, how
can you not?
How do you go wrong? Because George of the Jungle is basically just a satire Tarzan. Like it is,
Yes.
it is what Spaceballs is to Star Wars. George of the Jungle is to Tarzan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. Will I go see it? Probably not in the theaters. No, not unless like if it ends up being something we cover on the show. If
It
Pete
depends
turns
on
out
what
to
they do with it, right?
If Pete turns out to be like the world's biggest Tarzan fan and we need to go see this, then sure. But I don't even know, like it could drop on Netflix and it would still probably sit there for several years before I got bored enough to need to watch it. It just is what it is.
Yeah.
The Batman. So you know me. You know how I feel about Batman. Can't stand him. Think he's a loser.
But you only think that because you are him.
I've got no interest in the Gotham Knights game that is coming out so very quickly.
Yeah, you're not fooling anyone, Brady. Let's get on with this.
for a console that I don't even own. Yeah, so the Batman, which is basically what the Movie Man podcast was built around, was Robert Pattinson's casting as Batman and working towards that film. For me, was a huge success. You and I have never talked about that. So real quickly, did you like the Batman?
I haven't seen it.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Just because you're like a busy guy and a dad and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Or out of protest because of Robert Pattinson?
No, busy guy and like most weeknights. I share the TV with my wife. We love watching TV shows together and getting into different shows.
So listen.
And when I do get kind of a choice or to sway it, usually it's like a Marvel or Star Wars property show that we watch.
Yeah, but the Batman's a little
once
dark.
or twice a week we watch a TV show, and
right.
Anytime I've had the opportunity to watch it, it just isn't in the back of my mind to, oh, hey, I should look to see where I can stream it or rent it or whatever.
Okay. Well, listen, I own it, and over Christmas I'm going to be in town for like 2 weeks. So we're going to watch it.
Okay, I will hold off watching it then.
We're going to sit down with some brewskis. And we're going to watch brewskis. See, I talk about coming back home to the sticks. And all of a sudden I can't call it a beer anymore. It's a brewski. So I came home for Thanksgiving, just prior to getting COVID. And stopped and got a coffee at a drive-in as I was leaving the city. Or drive-through, as I was leaving the city. And I pull up to the drive-through speaker and the person says, hi, what can I get for you today? Right? As I've come accustomed to them saying. And I said, this is my coffee order, blah, blah, blah. Pulled up to the window, got the coffee, left. Went home for Thanksgiving, right, to the small town area that you, myself, and Pete are from.
Right.
And as I'm leaving town, it's late, it's been a long day, I'm like, I could use another coffee. So I stop to get a coffee in our hometown area. I kid you not. I pull up to the speaker and the guy says, what can I do you for, buddy? And I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm more disgusted by the fact that you just said that or that I speak enough this area that I know exactly what it is you're asking me. Like,
what can I do you for, buddy?
What can I do you for, buddy? Like, oh my God.
Want a black double?
You should either be fired or promoted. Okay, so anyways, I'm sure you've seen this. It's all over the internet. If you haven't, I'm sorry. Spoilers, you now work on a movie news show, so you're going to hear these things. The Joker makes a cameo in the Batman. A very, very brief, most of it was cut, but the extended scene can be seen on the internet. And he's played by Barry Keoghan, who played Druig in Eternals.
Okay.
Yeah, the leather jacket wearing Irish guy.
Yeah, he's a little odd looking.
A little odd looking. They made him very odd looking as the Joker. And it's literally just like he's in an adjacent cell in Arkham. You don't even see his face. But you hear the laugh, you see his silhouette, like you become, you're made very aware that that's who it is. And there's a deleted scene online, which if you haven't seen, I encourage you not to watch until you've seen the film, and then I'll show you the deleted scene, where you do get to see the makeup and the prosthetics and what they have him looking like.
So you're saying it's not a great camera shot you can't really make out who it is playing it. Is that what you're saying?
Not in the theatrical cut. No. In the deleted scene, it becomes very obvious that this is Joker and so on and so forth. So then all of a sudden, the assumption was, rumors were swelling that in the Batman 2, obviously, we're going to get Barry Keoghan as the Joker, right? Because he was teased. He's there. Isn't much like the end of Batman Begins. Here's his calling card. I got a new one for you. The Batman 2 has not, the director Matt Reeves and the casting and all this stuff, Barry Keoghan has not yet been approached about being in the Batman 2. So now it's been rumored or teased or talked about for a long time that this is supposed to be a trilogy of films. Do you think that I see three options here. Either A, they've decided to recast because, maybe as they sit down to start writing the second one and fleshing out their version of Joker, they go, okay, well, you know what? What we've come up with, we don't think Barry's actually the right guy for this, so we're going to go in a different direction. Two, we're just early on. They're still writing the script. And just, hold your horses and he will be approached. Or C, he's not going to be in the second one because Matt Reeves' intention has been to tease us and say, look, here he is. He does exist. He's locked up in Arkham right now. And then we'll have him as the main antagonist in the third one. What do you think is the most, having not seen the first one, what do you think the most likely direction? What do you think they should do? I get that there's Joker fatigue at this point and that the diehards are give us someone, give us Clayface. It doesn't always have to be the Joker.
Oh, yeah, because Batman's got a huge stable of
enemies. But here's the thing. But I don't think you can do the Batman story justice. To do a new iteration, to do 3 films, 4 films, however many you're going to do, and not at some point, because Joker is not just Batman's main villain. He is his antithesis. He is the yin to his yang. There is so much of the psychology of Batman's character is entangled in his rivalry with the Joker because they are polar opposites. It reaches the point where one almost exists because of the other. It is this constant game of cat and mouse. And so, yes, it's been done a lot. Yes, we've seen Joker many times, but I genuinely don't think you can do Batman films without the Joker, but I don't think you could have a full-on Batman iteration, a 3-film, 4-film franchise from start to finish and not delve into the psychology behind Batman versus Joker.
So on that point about needing a Joker character in a long, 3 or 4 film franchise, I think I disagree. I agree with everything else. Like Joker is the antithesis to Batman. They're yin yang, yada yada yada. But I think because there are so many other really interesting Batman villains, if done right on screen, which some of them haven't in the past, a good example is Bane. Another example would be Poison Ivy, Mr. Freeze. Right, he's got these really interesting.
Now, wait, are you counting both iterations of Bane? You need to specify here. Okay,
I'm counting both. He's got so many really interesting antagonists.
He's got the best rogues gallery.
It's great. It's an amazing rogues gallery that you can tell really amazing stories. You don't need the Joker. He's not necessary. I think to always go back to him for your films is like a crutch to try and prop up your film. It's not necessary. Use other
I agree.
villains, use them well. Like if Mr. Freeze is done well, Mr. Freeze is such an interesting character. And he was done, I would say he was done almost properly in the 90s Batman films. What was it, Batman and Robin? Yeah, it was Batman and Robin with George Clooney.
The film
Arnold
of which we do not speak.
Might not have been the right choice, but the writing for the character, I thought was aside from the puns, was really good. Like,
well, because they went with the.
He was not necessarily doing it because he was evil. He was doing it because he was trying to save his wife.
Nora, yeah, well, because they went with the origin story that was introduced in the animated series, right?
Yeah,
where he was actually fleshed out as a villain.
Like he's that makes him an interesting villain because he's complicated. He's not just chaos for chaos sake like a lot of times Joker can be portrayed as. So I think always relying on Joker for your film franchise is a crutch, and I think Batman's got the deep enough rogues gallery, which that you could do several films. You could do 4 or 5 films without ever introducing Joker, and they could all be absolutely amazing and continue to push and progress Batman as a character and give him character growth from film to film without ever introducing Joker.
I'm sorry, did you say Mr. Freeze was introduced in the animated series?
Was he not? I thought he was.
No. I mean, it's the first time we call him Mr. Freeze, but he was like, he was introduced as Mr. Zero he's not even, that's not even the first time he's Mr. Freeze. So he's introduced as Mr. Zero back in like the 50s, and then he comes back as Mr. Freeze in like the 60s. And then there was even instant freeze or something in the Adam West stuff.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, that was when they really, I think the only big prominent character that really exploded after the animated series was Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Because she was a creation of that show, and she's become like intrinsic to the Joker Batman lore.
Right. So back to the Joker question. So that deals with that. I think I disagree with you on him needing to be in the films. As far as what to do with the character, in terms of this actor not being cast, I haven't seen the film. So if what you say is that you can't really tell who's playing him, then I think all 3 of your scenarios are very plausible. I think you could do any one of the 3 and get away with it.
That's fair. Moving on. The Super Mario Brothers trailer has dropped.
Yeah. Looks good.
Yeah. The poster was The poster was amazing. I don't know if you saw the poster for it that came out like a week before. Yeah. Poster was like perfect. That is a perfect poster. Yep. The trailer looks fantastic. The animation style, the world looks, Mushroom Kingdom looks great. Jack Black as Bowser is spot. Oh, he's so good.
Whoever's doing Toad sounded good.
It was good and
Mario
hilarious.
Sounds like he's got a cold or something.
Chris Pratt as Mario sounds an awful lot like Chris Pratt.
Yeah. And I was reading something where he was like, yeah, I've been working with the director and
it's unlike anything you've ever heard.
The voice. And it's like, I've watched the trailer a couple times and there's a little bit of an Italian Mario-ish inflection in his voice. But yeah, it's pretty much just Chris Pratt talking into the mic.
Now here's the thing. I have two thoughts.
I'm really disappointed.
Number one is we are basing this off of two short lines in a trailer without context. So hang on. I agree with everything you're saying. I don't like it. But I'm also aware of the fact that I'm basing it off of like a woohoo and a like Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. Do you think this could be a Sonic the Hedgehog all over again?
I with Sonic the Hedgehog, hope so.
Well, and here's the reason why I think it's super plausible. With Sonic the Hedgehog, they dropped a lot of money and spent a lot of time reanimating a character.
Board, essentially.
Yeah, reanimating a character, redesigning, and then going through and reanimating an entire character.
Yeah.
They wouldn't need to do that here. They would need to get Chris Pratt back in the studio for 3 days to re-record his lines, and that's it. You're done.
Yeah. I mean, you could get him to try and do a better impression of the Mario we know and love from Charles. What is it? Charles. I'm going to butcher his last name. Martinet.
Yeah. Yep. Martinet.
Anyway, yeah. I don't know. I think this is a huge ball being dropped by the studio and not just hiring Charles to do it. In the first place, they're simply hiring Chris Pratt because of the name recognition and hoping that sells more tickets, which obviously it will. But
right, which is the right move. I'm sorry, but it's movie business. The point of this movie is to make money. It's not to...
I don't care, though.
Now, I know you like as a movie
decision,
fan, you
not
don't.
An artistic decision.
Because
and I would be more for the artistic decision in letting the guy who's been doing Mario for decades continue to do it. Like, give us the one we know and love. Why? Like, he's already a voiceover artist. He knows how to do it. Right? He doesn't need to show up on screen because it's all animated.
Yep.
Right? You don't... It's like, I sent you and Pete a sort of a deep fake AI voiced Mario. So the AI is made to sound like Charles Marinetti's very Mario, and that trailer was so much better just because it had that Mario voice that I know.
It did feel more, familiar. Yeah.
Like,
I don't know.
Go with familiar over star power.
I believe that Chris Pratt can do it.
I don't know.
But I think they need to rework. Like, at this point, I think it's too late in the game to recast Chris Pratt. I think that is PR that you don't want for this film. But I do think that it would be easy to get him to go in, redo the lines, and just lean a lot heavier into that cheesy Mario voice that we know and love. Because because later in the trailer we hear some whoopoo and whatever from Luigi, and Luigi sounds right. Luigi sounds the way he's supposed to. And so it's just so interesting that they decided to go such a different direction with Mario. Speaking of trailers, my man, David Harbour. Did you know David Harbour was my man?
Is he your man?
He's my man.
He's your main squeeze?
He's my guy.
He's a fun actor. I like him.
They've just dropped the trailer for Violent Night, which feels like sort of a hybrid between Mel Gibson's Fat Man and like the John Wick films, or like Nobody, right? With Bob Odenkirk. I'm not always a big fan of these adaptations. I'm not always a big fan of like taking something that is like innocent and sweet, like Santa Claus and Christmas and all this stuff, and adding like a violent or like a horror element to it. You know, I'm just like, like I don't know. It just kind of spoils it. Something about this though, something about the Santa Claus thing. Like, did you see the movie Fat Man with Mel Gibson?
I don't think I saw Fat Man. No.
I recommend it. It's a horrible film. But
way to sing its praises.
But Mel Gibson, after watching it, Mel Gibson, above Tim Allen, above Kurt Russell, might be my favorite on-screen Santa.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, I just want more of Mel Gibson as Santa Claus. But there's something about this.
So this trailer, I've seen it. What did you think?
I'm so excited for this because, like I was saying, there's something about this, like Santa, you know, there's taking innocent childhood things and making them violent, making them whatever that, like I said, doesn't always click for me. But there's something about Santa who is, you know, there's two sides to every story. And yes, to the kids, Santa is sweet and innocent, and he eats the cookies and he makes Carl-esque sounds while he's eating the sugar cookies. And but also when it comes to protecting Christmas, when it comes to
protecting kids
that are on the nice list, Santa's not afraid to kick some ass.
Yeah.
To do what needs to be done. There's a great line in Mel Gibson's Fat Man where the guys are coming after him. There's been a hit put on Santa, and Santa has to, like, you know, fight against this hitman. And there's like this scene where he's holding a shotgun, and Mel Gibson is like, I've been doing this a long time. You think I got this job because I'm fat and jolly? Right? Like it's just like, and he just communicates in that like being Santa is not just an easy magical job.
Right.
Sometimes you need to defend Christmas. You need to take matters into your own hands. And there's just something about the Violent Night trailer, and David Harbour is so charismatic and is nailing this role. I cannot wait for Violent Night. What about you?
Yeah, so watching this trailer, I didn't even realize this was going to be a thing until you sent it to me, and I was like, this is cool. I'm down with it. I mean, I love a good action flick, even if it's not that great sometimes. But this one, this is really good. It's fun. Santa, like you were saying, he doesn't even at the beginning of the trailer anyway, as far as the story the trailer tells, he's just Santa being Santa, but then he's like pushed over the line. He's like, you're all on the naughty list anyway, and just starts ending them. It's great. Yeah, David Harbour does a great job of kind of portraying a kind of the jolly Santa that kind of flips his lid in the trailer. And when he puts sold. I want to see it.
He puts the grenade in the mercenary's pants, and then he's like, I gotta watch. He turns around like,
yes.
It's so good. I can't wait. Last bit of movie news. So a little while back, earlier this year, one of the biggest stories going around the movie world was, of course, the unfortunate shooting that happened on the set of Alec Baldwin's upcoming film at the time, Rust. It was being shot down in Mexico. And I'm not going to get. We're not going to get into the politics of this, of whose fault it was, or what happened, and how it happened, and so on and so forth. Because, frankly, a lot of it is speculation. We still don't know. We don't know how this incident could have happened.
It's a can of worms.
It's a huge can of worms. And what is also maybe a can of worms, but is movie news and worth discussing, is that after some settlements and some lawsuits and some investigations and so on and so forth, the film is back in production. Something that was not for sure for a very long time, was a big question mark. Like, what do you do with this film? Do you make it? Do you just shelve it? Is it disrespectful to the person who died if you keep making it? Or is it disrespectful if you don't keep how do you navigate that? Do you continue on the work that was being made in honor of that person? Do you, what do you do? So that film is coming. It's going to come out. They're working on it.
Well, you know what they say, the show must go on.
The show must go. I don't know if I will personally watch it for two reasons. One, it doesn't seem like my type of movie anyways. Two, I just feel like it would be a difficult watch, knowing, like, especially when that scene comes, when he's sitting in the church and you know what transpired behind the scenes. Anyways, in your opinion, is this the right move? Should they be continuing to make this? Is it going to do well, or will it flop as a result of all of the press and PR around it? Or will it do really, really well because there's been so much controversy and now everyone wants to go see it?
I don't know. I think it could go either way. At the very least, it'll become a cult classic and have a cult following.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of precedent set for this in Hollywood. The only one that I can think of is The Crow. So Bruce Lee's son became an actor in his father's footsteps, and he died doing a stunt on the movie The Crow, and they still finished wrapping that movie and put it out there.
Yeah,
and it has a very it's got a pretty big cult following. I don't know how it did at the box office, but
they've been trying to remake it for years.
So in this case, I don't know. I think they might as well, depending on how much money's been put up, if they've paid their debts to those that needed that debt paid, and everyone's signed off on it being finished, then finish the show. Yeah.
Do you think, is it something you'll watch?
I don't know. I wasn't really interested in it to begin with. I don't
rural
mind
neighborhood
a good Western, but
gun tote.
It's not Westerns aren't my go-to.
No, me neither. For the most part, after I got burned by cowboys and aliens, I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, that was an interesting one.
It was a film and a half for sure. Anyways, that's the movie news for the week.
5 for 5. Done and done.
5 for 5. So thank you for listening. We're back on track now. All of the movie news that we just talked about is a little bit old. It's because I had COVID. Things got messed around. Delayed. But next week we're going to be back on track schedule.
I can't talk.
I couldn't even lift my head. There's episode 6 of our Rings of Power thing. I start by giving a little bit of a COVID update and what my symptoms were and what that was like. So if you are interested in hearing that,
we're glad you're healthy.
Yeah, if you're interested in hearing that, go check that episode out. Aside from that, make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All of the good stuff can be found in the links that are listed
and all
below.
The deals that come with that.
Yeah, our merch, our Patreon. Patreon's not just a way to throw money at us. It's a way to get increased voting power. It's a way to get some of our fun bonus content whenever we film an episode. We release it on there. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Carl supports us on Patreon.
I do.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Be like Carl.
I got a shirt out of it.
You won't hear me say this a lot, but be like Carl.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you can be anybody in the world, be like Batman. Who's me, Carl?
I can't endorse that statement.